A landmark statement, President Joe Biden has said that the U.S. will be purchasing 500 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine to distribute among the low and middle income countries across the world.
The United States is buying another 500 million doses of Pfizer to donate to low and middle income countries around the world. This is another 500 million doses that will all be shipped by this time next year. And it brings our total commitment of donated vaccines to over 1.1 billion vaccines to be donated.
Making a pledge, Joe Biden said the U.S. is committed to offering 3 jabs to the world for every shot administered in the U.S. The president made the statement during his COVID-19 virtual summit, a push to end the pandemic, on the sidelines of the UNGA. The aim of the summit is to bring together world leaders, health professionals, NGOs with a singular message to end the pandemic by 2022. With Biden's latest announcement, the U.S. vaccine commitment now stands at the 1 billion mark. In his address, Joe Biden also said that the core grouping is on track to meet its goal of producing 1 billion jabs by the end of 2022. All these vaccines are being produced in India, the world's biggest vaccine manufacturer.
We're working with partner nations, pharmaceutical companies, and other manufacturers to increase their own capacity and capability to produce and manufacture safe and highly effective vaccines in their own countries. For example, our Quad partnership with India, Japan, and Australia is on track to help produce at least 1 billion vaccine doses in India to boost the global supply by the end of 2022.
Joe Biden also called on world leaders to come forward and donate COVID-19 jabs to those in need, reiterating his stand on vaccines being the only way out of this pandemic.
And the United States is leading the world on vaccination donations. We need, as we're doing that, we need other high-income countries to deliver on their own ambitious vaccine donations and pledges. That's why today we're launching the EU-US vaccine partnership to work more closely together and with our partners and expanding global vaccinations.
This comes as COVID-19 cases are surging once again across the United States. The country has recorded over 676,000 deaths, surpassing the country's death toll from the Spanish flu over a century ago, making the current pandemic the deadliest in American history. Our correspondent Susan Tehrani getting us this report from New York.
Really put forth yesterday during his address to the United Nations General Assembly about, yes, the international community, and maybe perhaps he was pointing to the United States does have these vaccines, but at the end of the day, if they're not distributed properly throughout the world, then, you know, what is the use? And the vaccine needs to get there. And that's something that, again, President Biden mentioned at the beginning of the summit during his speech. Again, you know, some say that these are very lofty goals right now. Hope to end the pandemic by 2022, 500 million Pfizer vaccines in addition to what is said right now. The U.S. administration says that's going to bring the donations to 1.1 billion worldwide. But he also mentioned that it's not just going to be the export of vaccine. He hopes to get these jabs in the arms of people, shots in the arms, so to say, the Global Vaccine Alliance, quote unquote, as well, dedicating $370 million as well with the help of the private sector and the NGOs.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.